Hi, welcome to a special episode of 1.5 Chain Memories. This is post commentary because last time we kind of forgot to hit the record button. Start what now?
Hi there, I forgot to press the record button. I'm now going to go, I need to go cry right now.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah. On the commentary.
At least on the commentary, but
on the video, it's fine. All right, so now back to our normal intro. Last time on Kingdom Hearts 1.5 Chain Memories, Sora found out that his girlfriend wasn't really his girlfriend, but a redhead was. But he has no idea who she is.
yeah, he doesn't remember who she is because, you know, he was supposed to keep her so close. He was supposed to take care of her, and he couldn't do it.
Anything at all?
Now everyone's depressed about it.
Yeah, dementia is not a thing that you gotta take lightly.
Then we should really make
So what do you think? Do you think he'll ever remember his real girlfriend?
I'm pretty sure he will, because the good guys always win. Anyways, I'm still not very happy that we couldn't record the original commentary. I remember one thing we were discussing. Let me go to the list, because you made a list on Hangout.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's cover some of the things we were...
Or even if we sort of forget each other.
Whatever happens, we're friends.
I think
friends to the end.
All for one and one for all.
Okay, one thing we were discussing was the difference between playthroughs, walkthroughs, and let's plays. Well, I think we went over that numerous times. Like basically, I don't get. I mean, well, people have their own preferences, but I do not get people who want gameplay videos with no commentary or any insight.
Neither do I. I watch him and I just get bored. It's watching a movie, basically, is all it is. And you can do that.
I mean, well, it's one thing if you can't get the game, but if you've played the game numerous times before, or if you have easy access to the game, then why not just play the game?
True. Yeah, I agree. The only time...
Oh. Alright, well, go on. Hold on. I need to bring up something that happened in the recording of this, but go on.
It's like the only time that I would see not talking during the video game would be like if you really want to hear a cutscene. But then again, you can just go to YouTube and watch the cutscenes yourself. But the only reason I would see not talking is the cutscene was that good. So are you talking about are you about to talk about how your cards were elemental based? You didn't realize it until now?
Yes, a lot of the attack cards I didn't realize were fire elements. Like, the one thing that really did not make sense to me is how the Squall Keyblade was fire elements. And it didn't help that all the enemies were like flying, so I couldn't use a lot of my slates.
Oh, yeah. You were talking about that a lot during this original
yes,
one.
and I actually got quite aggravated. Like, I was getting really out of it. I didn't feel like recording, and then all of a sudden when the incident... Oh, the Trinity limit. That was my saving grace.
And we couldn't really change cards out because you didn't have enough card points, I think. Get them out of the way.
Yep.
Yeah, like I said, I think we talked about before how playthroughs is basically just playing the game, being quiet. Walkthroughs is they help you play the game, so you know how to do. And let's plays is just where you just bullshit stuff.
Yeah, well, I think Let's Plays are mostly for entertainment. In fact, I practically made mine like a TV series of sorts, but...
Yeah. You ever done an actual walkthrough where you actually guide you through the game?
Have I done a walkthrough where I died? No, I haven't done a walkthrough. Not that, I mean, well, sometimes I'll say how to beat certain sections.
Okay.
But,
That's walkthrough-ish.
yeah, like, then again, some Let's Plays do incorporate elements of a walkthrough into it, so...
Yeah, they can back and forth, you know. If you're walk through, they can be walkthrough-ish if you actually tell them where to go and how to beat it. We can't show them where to go. We don't tell them how to do it. So
yeah, it's sometimes Let's Plays can indirectly be walkthroughs. Like if you get lost and then all of a sudden you figure out where to go. So.
Oh yeah, here's the teenage Shadow Heartless.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you also mentioned that this part right here isn't a holodeck. This is the real deal.
Yes. Well, it is in the castle, so. By the way, another thing we covered was like the differences in like James Bond's, and you were like saying, "Oh, why don't they do a story with an older James Bond?"
Oh yeah, like the original Sean Connery or something, or from the '60s play James Bond again. Like he's old.
Yeah, and anyways, at this point, I got the key to rewards. I basically went back to Wonderland to get the final key to rewards down there. And then...
Yeah, I think we did that because we couldn't go through this, beat the game going forward. We wanted to go back and keep the plot relevant.
Yep. And, then getting... So that's basically what's going on here, but getting back to the whole James Bond thing, I noted how in the 2012 movie Skyfall, they originally wanted Sean Connery to play the gamekeeper at the place where the final battle takes place, but then they just thought that would be too distracting.
Yeah. Two James Bonds, what?
Yeah, Sean Connery to Daniel Craig. Speaking of which, I don't think there's ever been a movie where two former Bond actors have been together. I mean, I know that, like, in real life, they've interacted with each other all the time. Like, for instance, when Warner Brothers decided to do their own little take on Thunderball called Never Say Never Again, and they actually got Sean Connery back in the role. And at the same time, MGM was doing another movie in their standard James Bond series with Roger Moore, and they had to be filming on, like, opposite studio lots. So Sean Connery and Roger Moore would actually go out to lunch together during their filming breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when one of the longtime producers of the series died, Pierce Brosnan, Timothy Dalton, and Roger Moore attended the funeral. Well, that was back before Daniel Craig was Bond. Like, it was just after Brosnan got the role. And then George Lazenby couldn't attend due to, like, a prior commitment, and then, like, but then Sean Connery didn't attend just because he had a falling out with the producer, and he just didn't want anything to do with them, I guess.
So, how many James Bonds have there been?
6.
6.
And it's rumored that a 7th one may be coming on the way in the near future. And then you were asking me what my Gram's opinion was on all the Bonds. Well, I know that she really liked Sean Connery and Roger Moore. She watched George Lazenby's one movie all the time. Although I don't know if it was her, but definitely my uncle mistook him for Sean Connery. I never really got her opinion on Timothy Dalton. I know she liked Brosnan because I watched those movies with her all the time because she would always put them on. But then she wasn't really fond of Daniel Craig. I mean, she watched like Casino Royale, but and she once caught Skyfall on a TV airing, and I think Quantum of Solace at one point, but she never got to see Spectre. Because she died not only a couple of weeks after it was released on video, and definitely before they aired it on TV.
Sean Connery was the first James Bond, right?
Yes.
The original.
And you know, they actually got him back to do, like, they did a From Russia with Love game, like a game based on that. I have it on the GameCube. They actually got him back to do the voice in that game. They had his likeness there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like one of the last things he did before he retired. And then Like he didn't. They couldn't even get him back for the 4th Indiana Jones movie. It's like, oh, they asked him to come back, and then no, he said retirement's too damn fun.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning that. And
Yeah.
And I said that's why they killed him off in the 4th movie.
Even though he drank like an elixir of immortality or something in the 3rd movie.
What's that called? The chalice, or
Oh yeah, that. I never really saw the Indiana Jones movies in their entirety. I mean, the only one I saw most of was the 4th one. I mean, well, I also saw the 1st one, the majority of it, as well as Temple of Doom, but Last Crusade, I've barely seen anything of.
Yeah.
The most I've seen of Last Crusade was in the Lego game.
that's the one I remember most though. That Last Crusade, because I was, especially since I was religious at the time more than I am now, and it was about I forget what that's called, the legend. They talk about in the Prince in King Arthur's legend, the chalice, something like that.
Oi. Sorry.
I forget what it's called. I think it's called the chalice, something like that. Comments, please, if you're listening. You know what it's called.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, anyways, I believe, yes, we got to the key to rewards. I'm just looking at the screen right now. Zennis card, yay! Who is that? Who is Zennis? I don't know who Zennis is. Do you know?
I do.
Well, spoilers, I do too, but do the fans know? Or people who are trying to follow in chronological order? I remember you couldn't see who it is when we first got it in the recording, so you were like, hey, do you know? I know who's on this card, Vandalia. Do you know who's on this card? He's like, I don't know. Who was on that card? I was like, I'll give you a hint. I've been deceived. He looks a lot like you. Oh.
Yeah. I think in the original commentary, I did a spoiler alert and told everyone who he was.
Yeah.
But how he's like 3 different people or 2 different people. I think we talked about how I think in the Kingdom Hearts world the heart shapes the body. This is why certain nobodies have certain shapes of certain other people. Like when Sora loses his heart last game, his body gets a different shape of a certain character from a future past game.
Yep.
It's the same way with when a certain event is going to happen in a future past game, how the body changes shape because of a new heart inside the more dominant heart of the body. Now we're going back to the correct floor, and we realize here. I think we realize here it's going to be a long road to the next room because it's like a
like we look at the map and I'm like, holy.
We got through all the plot points before we even get to the next reward.
There's like spoilers in the next couple of videos. There's very little plot advancement. Like here, I was saving the game, getting ready for the long road ahead.
Speaking of that, do you know where these videos end off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I can keep the video like this unless you want it in full screen.
As long as you know when the...
Because the timer's right there.
Okay.
Generally, I end each video with me saving the game, so...
Okay, see, as long as you know when we should stop talking, because this is post-commentary.
Yeah.
People know already that. We just gotta figure it out.
Yep, so now it's back to fighting enemies.
And
now take note, this is not the end. These last few videos are not the end of this series. Because we still have some stuff to do after these videos took place.
Yeah. I think this is the very first video where the commentary is a week after the actual gameplay.
And it's because I forgot to press the fucking record button.
If you want to hear his real feelings about that, go watch his Racing Part 6 or 7 video.
It's 7.
Racing Part 7. Nick Tunes Racing Part 7.
No, Cartoon Network Racing.
Oh, sorry. You can watch his Cartoon Network and you'll see his real thoughts on what happened that day.
Having to fight a bunch of fire enemies with fire cards and keys with fire elements. That must have really. That was real. That actually was pissing me off.
Why isn't the fire hurting the fire guy?
Well, because fire is his life. And I think I was still trying to figure out what cards were making them recover.
Yeah, I think you realized it was the Lionheart card, the Gunblade card, whatever it was, and
Yes, I mean, well, the Axel card, the Bond of Flame, was pretty obvious, but I didn't realize it was the Lionheart card until much later.
I think I mentioned something about how the original muskets were matchlocks, and they before the flintlocks and firing guns and stuff. Like that makes sense. Gunblade and stuff. You use fire to fire guns. It's a chemistry thing.
Yeah. And I chose card points as a level up.
So we can fit better cards in there without get rid of the evil cards and you get the good A+ cards that we needed. That's it. We're still in the first video, and I think we were almost. What are the other subjects on our list?
Hang on. We talked about sponsored. We talked about
Oh yes, sponsors.
Talked about sponsors and people getting new equipment and basically selling out.
Oh yeah, I can't believe people don't the difference between they think if you accept money from somebody, you're selling out.
Well, basically, I was thinking. I think I talked about that because I was thinking about setting up a donation page in case some people wanted to send me games to play for the channel, like kind of like what Game Grumps gets. But at the same time, unlike many other YouTubers, if I were to ever do that, I would never outright require it. It's just I would want to give fans the option in case they wanted to.
I don't know about because. You know, if people suggest a game you play, you don't like it, but then you have to play it because
that's entirely the point of my Let's Play videos, playing licensed games, because my philosophy is if I find a game I happen to like, well then great, that's a game I can enjoy forever. But if it's a game I hate, well then it can make a great YouTube video series, will it not? Why do you think I suffered through all those Rugrats games?
That's true. Playing bad games could be a good thing if you can stick through them.
Especially if, because especially if I were to look back and see how the videos turned out, wow, I really liked how I chose this game.
Because you had to stick through it, you know, you can't you're like, why did I pick this game? Oh my god, I want to quit so much, but I can't quit because I made a promise that I played this game.
I mean, well, some especially bad games I've almost quit on. But
yeah, like I said, the original thing about the money thing, really only if you're only selling out if you promise to sponsor something that you really honestly hate with all your passion, but because it's there for you money, you're like, I like it, like you. If you, I mentioned you don't like chocolate, so if a chocolate company came up to you and say, hey, plug Hershey for us and we'll give you $1 million, you said okay, that would be selling out. because you don't like chocolate.
I mean, my sister could do it because she likes chocolate, but I don't.
So your sister wouldn't sign up, but you would be. And then I think I mentioned that I would like to have better equipment because right now I'm recording with a web mic, and even though it's more decent than my headset mic, it's still very bad quality, especially picking up background noises and stuff.
How do you think my quality is?
At least you're in a basement all by yourself and not.
I mean, well, I found out my main gripe is I was trying to find a microphone that wouldn't cut out in game capture, but then I found out even people using the best microphones experience the cutout.
Yeah.
So, obviously, I think I'm good with my microphone.
And mine's more about background noises and stuff, less about quality.
Well, I did find out a way to potentially get rid of the audio cutout. Like, what I could do is basically turn off preview when recording, because that will reduce the amount of energy my computer has to use. Like, not energy, but processing power. So that means the likelihood of it not catching my commentary is lower, hopefully.
Okay.
Oh my god. Well, I'll admit, while I'm recording this commentary, I'm actually playing Resident Evil 6 on the PS4 right now, and I just beat up a lizard monster with nothing but the butt of Chris Redfield's shotgun. I don't even know how I survived that. So, what are you doing right now?
Just watching this video.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I can't really, since.
I mean, well, it's almost the end of this video. We're at the 22-minute mark, and I record for 23 minutes. Like, I think I just wanted to finish this fight.
It's over.
Oops. Alright, Trinity limit, so therefore, boom!
Like I said in the original video, I think I said I looked at someday I could get a green screen or something behind me so I could for special effects, but really,
Yeah.
some kind of what I need most of all right now is a light behind the camera,
Yeah.
because the room I make videos in right now is very dark.
And I got another level up. This time I did HP because, well, that's the thing. I was like getting a lot of level ups doing this, but anyways, the recording's about to stop, so we'll see you all in the next video.
See you next time.